Hello, everyone. Good crafternoon. Welcome to my craft room. My name is Susan Campfield, and I am so glad that you're here with me. You are here on an exciting day. Today is Crafternoon Day, so this is my monthly class. Many of you have a packet, and you'll be making this card along with me. And then I've got, I designed a fun fold card, and I designed our make and take with that fold, and then I did 4 other alternate versions. Now, I do this class video as a public video, so some of you might just be tuning in to check it out and see what it's all about. Welcome. We're so glad that you are here. I have been under the weather. I'm feeling so much better. Still on the tail end of this thing, though, so it did set me back a little bit. So the cards that you're going to see will be going up on my blog. There will also be a step-by-step tutorial available. However, that won't happen immediately. So the best way to find out when that, to be notified when the blog post is up and everything is ready, is to go to suestampfield.com, click on subscribe, blog posts. You can also subscribe to my free project sheet emails that I send out. Those are free PDFs so you can download and with different various projects. So are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to see our new fold? My moderator, Jennifer Walsh, is hanging out with me here on YouTube, helping out in the comments. So if I don't see your question, you can go ahead and do the @ symbol and type Jennifer, and she'll jump up and down and get my attention. So, all right, let's go ahead and, oh, what do I want to do first? I think I'm going to switch cameras here. Let's try that. All right. Okay, I am down on my desktop here, trying a new background, just changing it up, keeping it fun, unique. All right, so let's look at our fun fold. So our fun fold card for November 2023, we've been doing this every month for the past 23 months, believe it or not. So there's a whole catalog of 23. This will be the 23rd fun fold that we've done together. So this month's fold is hidden away on the inside. So it looks like a regular but beautiful card on the front. And then when the card opens, out pop these pretty pleats, and we have the greeting right attached to one of the pleats there. This card has so many potentials and possibilities. It is absolutely a fabulous way to show off your beautiful designer series paper. Let me know in the comments if you are a designer series paper fan. I am obsessed with designer series paper. I know we all have a tendency to hoard it, but absolutely encourage you to cut it up and use it for your cards. This fold is, I am calling this the Pretty Pleats Fun Fold card. And as I said, I've got multiple versions. So some of you got a packet to make this version, and your inside paper might look like this. Or, and this is the Winter Meadow Designer Series paper, which is gorgeous. Or your paper might look like this. I used 2 different patterns. They were both so beautiful, I couldn't decide which I liked better. So either way, you're going to have a gorgeous, gorgeous card when you're done. So it is a really beautiful designer series paper. Actually, the retired list has come out, and Stampin' Up! Is carrying this paper over. It's still going to be available after the holidays, which is fantastic because it is beautiful paper. The other things that we're using on this card is we are using the cool Forever Forest tree dies. They're awesome. We've got a big one on the front and a little one on the inside. And then we're also using the Christmas Classics stamp set for our sentiments, and the nested essential dies for our little greeting labels. So before we get started, you're a hoarder, Jamie. I hear you. I hear you. Virginia says she doesn't want to use it in case it becomes unavailable. Well, here's the thing with the Stampin' Up! Paper, friends. You get 2 sheets of every pattern, right? So maybe you could hoard 1 sheet and use the other. How about that? That's a perfect workaround, right? Let me show you. Would you like to see the other versions of this fun fold, the Pretty Pleats fold? Let me grab the next one here. I got a couple. Piling them up here. Piling them up. So this one is with the beautiful Christmas Classics bundle and the Joy to Noel bundle. I use both on this card. So you open up the inside, and we've got the Walk in the Forest Designer Series paper. And you can see on this version, I put a sentiment on the first pleat and the Noel on the second pleat. So that, and then we have a space here that you can sign the card. Now you absolutely, if you don't care for the joyous, you can ditch that, friends, and you can just have it say Noel on the inside. But having that designer series paper on the inside of the card just makes the inside absolutely gorgeous. And of course, they stand for display so people can show off your beautiful artwork as part of their holiday decorations, right? So I've got more. So that was card number 2. Let's look at card number 3 here. Card number 3 is with the beautiful Garden Meadow and Meandering Meadow, the Garden Meadows bundle and the Meandering Meadows designer series paper. And I've just had Marcia says she's never seen a Pleats fun fold. Well, that's because I made it up, Marcia. So this is part of the online exclusives. This is available right now. The birds and dragonflies embellishments are now back in stock. We've been struggling to keep those in stock, and they are back now. And so got some delicate little flowers here in the gate and this arched greeting. And I did a little tweak to the cutting to customize this arch so that it would fit on this style of landscape card. Now this card right here, you can see the first versions I showed you showed a full 12-inch piece of designer series paper. But I was thinking, well, what if you wanted to use 6x6 designer series paper? Well, that's what I did here. So I adapted the fold to use 6x6. And what I found was that one has one center pleat that comes out instead of the multiple pleats in the 12x12. This one has 3 steps that come out, or pleats that come out, and this one has 1. I did try it the other way where I made the pleats narrower so that there were still 3. And I found it very difficult to work with. When you stack up accordion folded in that narrow of a width, it goes a little wonky, and I could not get the card to cooperate. So this was the workaround, and I love it. It's just that little fun pop out on the inside. That pretty pleat just pops right out with a little greeting there. Here we can write a message, and here we have the designer, or the embossed piece here. And so this is a great way to use your Meandering Meadow paper. I know you guys are buying it and hoarding it like me, but use it up, and so many of the patterns would work beautifully with this card. You can adapt and use multiples. My next 2 cards are with brand new products. These are sneak peeks for the mini catalog and celebration brochure that are coming in January. The first one here is a combination of mini catalog items and I gotta look at my cheat sheet here so I can remember the names of these things. It's brand new, so demonstrators that participated in the Stampin' Up! Convention could pre-order some of these new products. The rest of the demonstrator base will be able to pre-order on December 5th, and customers can purchase on January 4th. This designer series paper that I've punched this cute little bird out of is actually a free celebration choice, and it is called Flight and Airy. Not light and airy, but flight and airy, as in flying birdies. And it is absolutely geared to add some little fluff behind. So it's punched out with the hexagon punch. The hexagon punch is bundled with the Heartfelt Hexagon stamp set, and that will be in the new mini catalog. But you know what? It is available right now for anybody to purchase. It is in the online store under Heartfelt Hexagon Bundle. It was part of the World Card Making Day sneaky peek, and it is still available to purchase. So this one has a new embossing folder on it that is, oh my gosh, so gorgeous. It's called Layered Florals 3D Embossing Folder. I absolutely love it. I can tell it's going to be a favorite. And then, you guys ready to see the inside? Ready to see the inside? I'm so excited. So here we go. Yay! Here is the inside, and we've got the For You sending lots of love and hugs. And then some more of that beautiful Flight and Airy designer series paper. Now, one of the beautiful things about Celebration when we have papers is they're free. So this paper is free with a $50 order in the US in January and February. And this card is a great way to use up some of that free paper by having that display on the inside. So adorable, adorable little tiny bluebirds on the inside. Bluebirds of happiness. So sending someone lots of love and hugs. It's perfect, a little cheerful card to brighten someone's day. So, so that is another one. Let's move on. All right. Ooh, okay. This is another sneak peek from the upcoming mini catalog. This one is made with the Perennial Lavender suite of products. This is the Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper and the Perennial postage, or excuse me, yeah. And then the Perennial postage bundle is where I've cut my pieces and my greetings are from that. And then we have these purple shimmer gems that are absolutely gorgeous. I'm sorry, purple fine shimmer gems, I believe they're called. And then when you open up the inside, you guys ready? You guys ready? Oh, this paper is to die for. This bundle, this whole suite is just, oh my gosh, so absolutely gorgeous. Inside, we have this beautiful display. Now, who wouldn't be proud to display that on their mantle in their home? Absolutely beautiful. What a treat to get this card in the mail and open it up and see a wow on the inside. So these butterflies are not actually a die. They are pre-cut. So they are pre-cut paper butterfly accents. They're die cut ready. You punch them out, you pop them on. Could not be easier. There's so much more I could have done with this card with the lavender stamps and dies and so forth, but I tried to keep it quick and easy so that it was still a wow, but super easy actually. So again, we've got the Perennial postage bundle here with sending love and best wishes. So this week, friends, it's going to be popular. January 4th, mark it on your calendar. Red Letter Day. If you're a demonstrator or if you purchase a starter kit, you can get it starting December 5th. So oh, okay, wait a minute. So I wanted to address something that we all struggle with. We were just talking about it, and that's hoarding our designer paper. And I hear you. This paper is so gorgeous. It's going to be hard to use it. A lot of the sheets you could literally frame and put on your wall. They are that beautiful. So I thought, well, what if you wanted to get more out of a card? So this, or more out of a pack. So this is 4 inches by 12. So our paper is 12 by 12. So you're going to be able to make 3 of these cards out of 1 sheet of this paper, right? Well, I was like, well, what if you could make 6, 6 cards out of 1 sheet of paper? So what I did is I took, if you recall earlier, I shared this card where I redesigned the fold for 6 by 6 paper. So I took that same technique and cut my paper into 6 by 4 inch pieces, and that meant I could get more out of a sheet. I could get 6 out of a sheet, and then I added in the panel with the embossing and the panel for the message. Okay, otherwise it's exactly the same card. It's just a different use of the paper, right? A little bit less. So you can go either way. I think they're both beautiful. And these, you might be wondering about these panels and why those are there. You could actually use designer series paper of a different pattern if you wish. These panels are critical. They help you to do the placement for this, and you'll see all of that in the step-by-step tutorial that will be available for purchase. Customers who placed a $50 qualifying order last month, they not only got a packet to make the card, the make and take card this month, which is right here. They also will receive that tutorial for free in their inbox. All of my Stampfield Stars team members are going to get that tutorial for free, and they got the measurements so they could cut their own packet to make this along with me today. And then anyone else can purchase that tutorial after it is available. So I will be sharing with you the basic score lines today for the card base and the inside piece. And then for all the step-by-step details and the conversion to the 6 by 6, that will all be in the paid tutorial. Okay, are you guys ready to make our card here? Let's do it. Woohoo! All right, so those of you who have a packet, in your packet there was a note of some supplies that you need. One thing I realized I should have added to this, and that is the multi-purpose liquid glue. If you don't have it at hand, you can also use mini glue dots. We will make that work. I just forgot the little tree was a little bit skinny for using with glue dots. So we need some dimensionals and mini dimensionals. We need glue dots, your adhesive of choice, a bone folder, and then some sentiments and the Misty Moonlight ink pad. So I'm going to grab all my stuff here and we're going to get our card made here. Okay, so let's see. You have a feeling you're going to go over budget when the mini comes out? I hear you. Some really amazing. It's a really, really great catalog. All right. So again, some of you received this paper in your packet. Some of you, they're both from the Winter Meadow. Some of you use this pattern in your packet. Either one is great. I'm going to go ahead. I'll use this one today. Why not? Doesn't matter. They're both awesome. All right. So leave the things in the clear envelope for now so that they don't go missing. And we're going to start with all the stuff out of the way. Move, move, move. We're going to start with the card base and the pleats. Okay. Because that is that's the important part, right? By the way, in case you're wondering, this card does absolutely slide into the standard Stampin' Up! Envelope. Tuck my ribbon in there and mails regular postage. Of course, if you add a lot of embellishments like I am prone to, it can be a little lumpy, and then you do want to put a little extra postage on it, but it does fit in the standard envelope. Okay, so we've got our paper here. I'm using this one. Yours might be the other one. Either one, doesn't matter. So I had to fold it to be able to have it fit in the packaging, but I'm going to unfold it so that it's flat so I can walk you through this. So I folded on the second pleat. We're going to start with the first pleat, which is not folded yet. So if you're working with your packet, we're going to fold this a valley fold. So we're actually going to fold our paper backwards so that we can see the other side of the paper, the B side. Whoops, I bumped my camera. And I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to crease it. And I am just lining this up to make sure that my two corners are lined up with the edge. That is critical with this pleated card. It's amazing to me how quickly the pleats can go off script. So, so I've got that one pleated. And then this next one, for most of you, unless you're on my team and you're making this from your packet or you're making this from the tutorial, this next one I had already folded for you, but let's go ahead and just give that a good crease. That one is a mountain fold. So far we have a valley fold and a mountain fold. And again, we're just making sure that the points are even with the sides of the paper. Now, the next pleats, I'm actually just going to gather them together like I was making a pleated skirt. I'm not scoring with the bone folder. I am just folding back and forth accordion style until I have all those pleats kind of stacked up. And now before I crease it, I'm going to line up the two corners of the paper, make sure my edges are together, and then I'm going to come in with my bone folder and give it a good crease. This helps everybody shore up and fly right. All right, so I joined my two corners together and folded this. All right, let me give you the dimensions for this designer series paper. It is 4 inches by 12 inches, and then it's scored at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Whew. So that gives us a 3-inch panel here and a 3-inch panel at the end. All right. So let's go back to this. I've got this all squished up here. I'm going to take that off the screen and I'm going to line these up and I'm going to go ahead and now I'm going to crease it with my bone folder. And I really want to crease this well. And let me tell you why. Let's see here. Let me grab this one. This was one of my many mock-ups when I was designing the fold. So what you don't want to happen is you want those creases to be really secure so that your pleats don't collapse when the card is folded. And I found the best way to do that is just to crease them really well so that they keep that nice pleated shape. So we're going to go ahead and crease this. And when we put this in the card, I will give you the dimensions for the card base. All right, so I've got those all creased. Now I'm going to flip it around. I want to crease it really, really well. So now I'm going to peel this up and I'm going to go ahead and crease each of these pleats on the inside. Again, this will help your card keep its shape. Might feel a little putsy, but it is important to do it. Okay, so then you should have something that looks like that. So we're going to grab our card base. Our card base is 11 inches by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to start by putting some adhesive. Now my paper is directional. I want to make sure my trees are right side up. So I'm going to grab my standard adhesive. I'm using the seal adhesive here. And put this on. And I'm only doing one side right now. again, critical for this card construction that you start with just one end first, and then you want to put it on so that you have an even border at the top, bottom, and side. Okay. Once I have it all evened up, I can press that down, and now I can collapse this up, and I'm going to put some adhesive on this side. Now, I wish that it would be really easy and you could just close the card and it would be perfectly aligned. That has not been my experience. Don't do that. It has never worked for me one time. So we're going to take this sticky piece here and we're going to lift our card up. I'm just laying that flap forward, and I'm going to go to this end and I'm going to line this up so that I have the same amount of border at the top, side, and bottom, and give that a crease. All right. And I'm going to collapse together my accordion there. And there I've got my pretty pleats card. Pleats just pop out. They're ready to be decorated, all ready to go. I am going to give my pleats even more of a shape by closing my card and creasing. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer's reminding me that this card base is actually the thick basic white. Depending how much layering you do, you probably could use the standard weight. I just like the extra heft on this particular card that I got with the thick cardstock. So again, I'm just creasing here. I'm covering this up with some pretty embossing, so I don't care if I get a little crease mark there. I just want to make sure those pleats are nice and flat and well scored. Okay, so there we go. Good morning, Australia. Joan, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. So next we're going to add our Snowfall Sky 3D embossing folder piece. This is 4 by 5 1/4, and this is going to go right on the front of our card. So once again, I'm going to grab my oh, found it. Take a sip, everyone. I momentarily misplaced my adhesive, but it has been located, and I'm just going to get some adhesive on here. Now this folder has a heavier concentration of snow at one end, so you can decide before you stick it on which one you want at the top or the bottom. Again, you have two different choices. You might have this paper right here. You might have this paper right here, depending which packet you ended up with. If you have the trees, before you stick this on, make sure your trees are right side up on the inside. Okay, I'm going to put my Snowflake Sky piece so that there's less snowflakes at the top. They've started falling and they're piling up on the ground. You can do it either way. I've heard good arguments for having it either direction. So I've got that adhered on. And now we're going to go to our packet that I shoved out of the way. Here it is, right here, waiting to be done. All right, so I'm going to open up my packet here. Now this Post-it note here has your rhinestone embellishments on the inside, and your ribbon is also tucked in there. And then you have a big tree and a little tree, a mountain range, which today is going to be a snowbank, and then 3 nested die cuts. These are from the Nested Essential Dies. This is the second from biggest, the second from smallest, third up from smallest, and the biggest. Okay, so we're going to stamp some greetings on those. I'm going to start with the front of my card here, and I'm actually going to put my mountain on the front first. Now I want my it's my snowbank. I want my tree to tuck down under the snowbank, so I don't want to put any dimensionals right here because that'll interfere with my tree trunk. I mean, I could work with that. I could just chop off some of my tree trunk. That would work as well, but I'm going to just avoid that spot. So I'm going to put a dimensional here. I'm going to put another one down here, and I'll put another one right here. Okay, so I've got 3 dimensionals there, and I'm going to, oh, Barbara, you're getting that's okay, that you can always watch, make your card on the replay. Sometimes it's better to watch it go together first before you go to make it anyways. All right, so I've got that popped up on dimensionals right there. And then I'm going to put some mini dimensionals on my tree, and I'm going to tuck my tree right in here like so, so that the mountain range, quote unquote, snowbank goes behind my tree. You certainly could have your tree go behind that if you prefer. It's totally your choice, right? I'm going to put mini dimensionals on the back of my tree here. Yes, Barbara. I like to. I'm a visual learner, so even if I have the tutorial in front of me, I like to watch the the video first and then put my card together. Yeah, then make the card instead of doing it along with. So practice is perfect. Practice makes perfect, right? All right. So I've got 3 mini dimensionals on my tree here. They just fit. Could probably fit another one right there if I wanted it, but I think this will be sufficient. Get all these minis out of the way. And then I'm going to just tuck this down here. And I don't want to make sure my stem doesn't go below the mountain range. And I want to make sure the top of my tree is completely on the card and not sticking above so that it fits in the envelope. And now I'm ready for my sentiments. Now, if you don't have the Christmas Classic stamp set that I'm using, you can certainly use other sentiments that you have that would fit on these labels. This can be something that you add after the fact. So I'm going to use Tidings of Comfort and Joy in Misty Moonlight on this second up from smallest nested essential rectangle here. And that is going to go on my card right here, just tucked a little bit behind the tree with some dimensionals. So grab the dimensionals here and pop on some these on the back. I'm just, 3's good. Just stick some on, Susan. Let's go. We got to finish our card here. All right, so I'm just going to tuck that right behind. I want to make sure the branches don't cover up my words. And you can do it lower down, higher up. I do want to make sure I have room for my words, so I'm going to pull it down here a little bit, kind of about mid tree range right there. Okay. So I've got that on. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my ribbon. So I need my embellishments as well. So I'm going to grab my little Post-it note here and I'm going to pop that open. And inside you've got some rhinestones. You might have medium size. You might have small ones. Just depends on which packet you got. And I'm just going to add some of those rhinestones just kind of randomly around my greeting of Tidings of Comfort and Joy here. And there we go. And then we're going to take our silver and white sheer ribbon here. This is back in stock, by the way. And we're going to tie this in a knot. And I'm so sorry, friends. I'm going to just grab a cough drop really quick because I'm getting a tickle in my throat here. Hang on, sorry. Still getting over the Okay, now you get to hear me suck on this thing, but it's better than me coughing in your ear, right? So I'm going to go ahead and tie this. I actually need a drink of water, and my water is across the room. How did that even happen? All right, Virginia has all her Christmas cards done. Good job. All right, so I've tied my bow nice and tight, and I purposely did it so that the tails are kind of going up. Hold on one moment. I had to get a drink. Sorry, friends. Okay. All right. So we've got this knot with our fake faux bow. It's just a piece of ribbon with a knot in it. Tails are kind of going upwards. And then I'm going to grab a glue dot. And I'm going to put the glue dot on the back of the knot. And then I'm actually going to tuck this behind the edge of our label. So you don't even see the knot, you just see the tails of the ribbon come out. Now I'm going to grab my paper snips. I have a pair that I only use for ribbon. And I'm just going to cut those tails nice and short so that they don't, which way is that? Oh, there we go. So that they don't stick out over the edge of the card. And there is the front of our card. All right, let's do the inside. So pretty. Now, you absolutely could put a label on each and every one of these pleats. You could stagger it down. What I did is I just put one sentiment. I'm going to grab also from Christmas Classics, the Peace on Earth stamp. And this is the second down from largest nested label die. Rectangle nested die from the nested label. Oh my goodness, Susan, spit it out. So we've got our Peace and Earth right here, and that's going to go on the center pleat. So I'm going to put a little adhesive just on one side. If I put it on the whole thing, I'm going to glue my card shut, right? So I only want some adhesive on the one end. Little dab will do ya. You can also use glue dots for that. And then I'm just going to press it on the pleat. You can put it all the way in. You can put it partially out. Doesn't matter if you're using a different label. You just want to make sure that it's not going to stick out when the card is closed, because it does pull forward. So when I have this away from the edge about, oh, what is that, Jennifer? Not even a quarter of an inch, a little over an eighth of an inch. It only leaves me a quarter of an inch here when the card's closed. So you do want to watch that. And then this label, now you absolutely could put a greeting on this. You could write on this and put it on that label or that pleat, excuse me. I'm actually going to put it back here the other way because I wanted my card to say Merry Christmas. So I'm going to take the Merry Christmas stamp from Christmas Classics and start with the Christmas first. And also using Misty Moonlight ink, and then the Merry. I had better luck with this if I stamp them separately. Merry right above there. And then this is going to go on the last panel of my card. So I'll flip this over. Put some adhesive on the back. And this is going to go right in this back portion of the card. And there we have our pretty pleats card. Again, yours might look like, hang on, depending on which pattern you had, yours might look like this. Oh, I forgot the tree. Okay, we're not done yet. You guys are going, Susan, we have this tree left over. What is that for? So this tree is just going to go right inside here. You could also, if you preferred, we're going to run a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue right down the center. If you don't have multi-purpose liquid glue, you can take a glue dot and kind of wad it up and pop it in the middle. But you can also adhere it right here on the edge of this label. You could put it in here. I mean, there's definitely multiple options on where you want to put your tree. I'm going to grab my multi-purpose liquid glue and just add a little thin line down the center. I realize you can't see that because that's really far away, but I'll bring it up here so you can see it. And I'm just going to stick that right over here on the inside of our card. All right, should we take another quick look at the alternates here in case you tuned in late and didn't get to see those, or you can't remember what they look like. So we've got our make and take version. All right, everybody just scooch on the heck over. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. Our make and take version. And then we have the Joy of Noel Christmas Classics. More junk here. Goodness gracious. Okay, there we go. With a beautiful Walk in the Forest paper on the inside. Again, the Joyous is optional. I think it also might change my mind. I might emboss it on cherry cobbler and have it in here because I think that would be cute. Haven't decided yet. But this gives an example of something on the first pleat and something on the second pleat. And then we had this beautiful birthday card with Meandering Meadows. And this one I adapted 6x6 paper to use with this Pretty Pleats fold. So this is a 6x4 inch piece on the inside. And then we get into the sneak peeks. So this is a celebration paper that will be coming out in the January mini catalog. It'll be available to earn for free on January 4th, or demonstrators can pre-order it starting December 5th. This is with the hexagon punch and this beautiful new embossing folder that is called, oh golly, Layered Florals embossing folder. And the inside is more of this beautiful light and airy paper and more of the Heartfelt Hexagons bundle. And then we have the Painted Lavender bundle, the Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper, which is like the most gorgeous paper I think I've ever seen. And this one opens up like this with that beautiful paper butterfly on the inside and the Perennial postage bundle there. And then I did a version, in case you want to hoard this beautiful paper, I did a version with a smaller piece on the inside using the technique I developed for this fold with the 6-inch wide paper instead of 12-inch wide paper. So again, let me put up, okay, hold on. Gotta flip the camera here. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in and for your patience as I cough and get through this video. I wanted to remind you I got a little behind because I have been under the weather, so the tutorial will be coming. The blog post will be coming. The best way to get notification for when it's live is to go to suestampfield.com, click on subscribe, select blog posts, select free project sheets, whichever one you want. But the blog post was the one that you'll be notified for the Pretty Pleats tutorial, all the pictures of all the cards we saw, the full blog post, all the things. So thank you so much for joining me today. And oops, hang on. Let's take that banner down, Susan. There we go. I will be back tonight at 7:30 Central Time with another fun stamping adventure. I hope you can tune in then. And thanks again for joining me for Crafternoon. Jennifer, as always, thanks for your help, Jennifer Walsh. Okay, it's nap time for Susan. Thank you for your help moderating, Jennifer, and thank you all for making and sending handmade cards. Together, we're making the world a kinder place. Thanks for all you do. Bye-bye.